Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. So in this tutorial, we'll learn data analytics with Excel. So uh, in this tutorial, we'll use the web version of Excel. So we'll go to web and search for Microsoft 365, and then we'll logging into this interface. So this will be appeared, right? So here we need to choose this workbook to get into our main sheet where we'll work, like we'll handle data, right? And then now in this part, let's talk about the anatomy or the basic things that we need to know to begin with this Excel workbook or sheet. Okay, so first thing first, then here first let's talk about the first row, right? Which is home, insert, share. So each of these are called as tab. Like this is home tab and this is insert tab, okay, and this is share tab, page layout tab. So each tab got ribbon. So this is the whole thing, these are called as ribbon, right? And this is in formula tab, this is ribbon, and insert tab, this is whole thing is ribbon. So each ribbon divided up into groups, like this is called clipboard group, font group, alignment group. Actually these are grouped as like their functionalities, because their functionalities are similar or related to each other. So in this clipboard group, they are used to copy paste or cut, right? And then like similar or related thing. This font group, are everything present there is related to each other. Like you can like grow and shrink our font size, and then bold, like everything related font format. Okay, and then this is alignment group. So uh, and this is called a formula tab, because here this is the place where we write actually formula. Okay, and this is square feet. This each unit is called a cell, and each cell has its own address or reference name, like by which we can reference it. Like this is called E5. So you can reference this cell by calling, give it a name, E5. Okay, so and this is the actually name box. If we select a cell, then its reference or address or name will be shown up there. And so this is D6 cell. Okay, and we can select range, like if we drag our mouse. Okay, and then this is a range. So also each range also is like address or reference, like this is called range B5 to E10. Okay, so actually we present or represent range by giving a colon between each reference cell. Like if we need to address this range, like we will simply B5 colon E10. So this means this range actually to address or represent this uh, range, right? Like B5 to E10. Okay, and then uh, there are in the above of this spreadsheet, we got some letter like alphabet like A, B, and C. So each of these represent column. So this is C column and this column D. And this horizontal line, we got like index like 1, 2, 3. So each of the index represent the row number, right? Okay. So now let's move towards this first slide. Here we talked about like the formula library and like basic things, cell and tab. Okay, and then in the second slide, like there we talked about single cell reference. Like this each square cell or unit, this is called a single cell. And then we like learned how to make range or how to address range, right? And then in this third, like this is actually not for non-contiguous reference. Like if we don't want to uh, like address or make a range, if we want to take a portion from this B5 and then we want to take from D11, then we will use this comma in between any single two reference, right? And this third slide, here we like will discuss about this reference type, which is uh called, like there are three reference type: fixed, relative, and mixed. So uh, we can use implement those references using a dollar sign. The dollar sign basically locks a specific cell range, okay, and or reference so that it does not change if you apply the formula to other cells. Like okay, so we'll know more about this reference types like dollar sign functionality in our upcoming part. Okay, for now, let's go move to our this fifth slide. Here actually we showed some common Excel errors. Like this one actually occurs when column is not wide enough to display the values. And the second one actually occurs when the Excel does not recognize the text in a formula. So the third one is the value error. When the formula has the wrong type of argument, then this type of error occurred. And then division by zero. When a formula is divided by zero, then this type of error is occurred. And then reference error actually, this is formula refers to a cell that is not valid. So this type of error occurred when formula refers to a cell that is not valid. And beside them, like we gave how to fix them. Okay, move to our next slide. In this slide we'll talk about like our basic some shortcuts that will make our life easier more, like this F4 and F2 shortcut keys. So F4 shortcut is used for two helpful function. Like if when we want to add or modify cell reference type, then we can use this F4 shortcut keys. And then when we want to repeat our like last command, then we can use this F4 shortcut key. Okay, and then the F2 function displays the cell range that are tied to given formula. So we'll like implement them, or so we'll show them live like in our upcoming part. Okay, so we'll see them. We'll see the functionality. We'll use them. Okay, so we'll use them in our upcoming part. So then we'll get more clear idea. Okay, so let's move to our next slide. And here we like they talk about uh, the control shortcut. So this is really helpful because most of the time we're gonna use this. Like we if we want to uh, select multiple row, multiple column at a time, then we can use these like control um shortcuts, like control down or page up, control shift arrow, okay, and other shortcuts. So we'll like use this in our upcoming part. Then we'll more this will you can see like you'll get a clear idea. Okay, so next slide, here are we like talk about the alt key tips. Like here alter, if we press alter here, will like the shortcuts or the alphabets will be appeared of behind the each um, groups. Like here this undo groups we can use, if we press F we can use these undo groups. Okay, and if we press H, then we can use this paste function from this clipboard group. Okay, and if we press Q, then we can use this, get access of these search tools, right? So this is a really helpful shortcut key. Like let's uh, press H, and when we press H, then uh, other shortcut key appeared. Like to be more specific, which key we want to select, right? Let's here select X. So here we simply cut a cell right here using keyboard shortcuts. Okay, so this is how we use this alter shortcuts key. Like without using mouse, we can do some basic uh, thing in this using the shortcut keys. Okay, so let's move to our next slide. So this slide is about data validation. Okay, so actually data validation allows you to specify exactly what types of values a cell can contain. Like you cannot enter the any data as you wish. If the data is like not in the boundary or in the range, you cannot insert it. Okay, so data validation in data type could be whole numbers, positive integers, and value from a list. So one of the most useful forms of data validation is list, which creates a drop down menu of options based on a source list that you can like specify. Okay. So now uh, here uh, let's talk about let's implement this data validation thing. Like let's say we want to use we want to create a drop down list where want to like add or give a range where this location will be added. So any further or any outside location from this range will not be acceptable. Okay, we want to build a system like this, so we can do this by data validation. In this we want uh, to add a restriction here, like in this column A, the location will be only these like selected state, right? So other than this selected state will be like not accepted. So for this we'll create a data validation. uh, so like so in this I'll select this column A to apply data validation in this column A. So I'll go to this data tab, right? And then I'll select this data validation. Then since I want to add a list, because I have multiple selection, right? And multiple option to add into like my restriction list. So I'll here create a list. Then I will here in this source field is I'll insert the value. Like here I'll simply select the uh, reference, like from A2 to A8. This is a range, right? So here I simply add these like seven uh, location in my restriction list or data validation list. So I'll simply apply here, click apply. Now if I for next like entries for next rows, if I want to add a location, I can add those location, selected location, right? Because added them into in my data validation list. So this is called data validation. Okay, so this is how data validation works. And like if we want to give here any other name, like let's say Mumbai, so we'll get an actually error uh, here, because this is saying there is a data validation rule here. So we cannot insert any other state name, right, other than this selected state name. So here if we want, we can also change the like error alert message. Here let's say we want to give a warning, right? And then we want to uh like uh, you cannot like here stop, and then the alert title will be stop. Then the inbox in this insert text will write you cannot insert uh, this data here, right? So this is our customized error alert. If you click apply, now here if we want to, let's say ABC, let's type any random. So now here we customize successfully, like the title is stop, and then you cannot insert this data here, right? Okay, so let's say click yes. Okay, now so let's move into our next part. So here in this part, it's showing like the basic stats function like sum, count, average, median, then max, minimum, etc. Right? So these are really helpful and very important functions. So these formula are very important for statistical analysis. Right? Since these are stats function. Now we'll implement this section, like we'll apply some function and formula, and let's see. Okay. Okay, so for this uh, basic, okay, so to implement basic functions and formula, we'll use this sheet. Okay, so here I have already some ready-made data, and I have created these formatted cell here, because here we will implement or apply the formulas. Okay, so let's say we are given like the employee name and their hourly wages and the hours on their number of hours they worked. Okay, so we are going to like calculate their total income. Okay, and there, and here the tax rate is given like 0.07 or the 7%. Okay, so we need to like determine the taxes they need to pay, they have to pay, and then here we'll like will determine the total like the total hour and the total hours of work and the total income and the total taxes to be paid, and then we'll similarly we'll determine the average, highest, lowest. Okay, and we'll count the total number of employee. Okay, so to like work on this sheet, we need to know about the formulas and like basic functions that we are like that are given here, like count, okay, average, and the minimum, maximum, and sum function, etc. So let's implement those formulas here. So here, to get the total employee of this employee, okay, we'll use a function or use write a formula here. So if we know that to write a formula, the equal sign is must. So we need to press equal um, in the very beginning. We can also write the formula here. Okay. So this is actually appropriate place to write formula. So here the Excel is like recommending us uh, the formula. So to get the total income, we just need to multiply their hourly wage and their hours of work, right? So here, uh, first I will select the 20 into 96. Okay, so this is the total income of for this employee. But here we actually write this formula by using this. I will say this is like absolute value, but this is really tough when we will deal with like um, many entries or many a large workbook or large data set, right? So here we'll use the relative value, or the actually it's called the address or the reference of this value. Here I'll write the address of this okay value like 20. So this is called B2, and then I'll multiply this with this like cell. So this will also give us the same output. Okay, right? Okay, so we can automatically fulfill others total income value by using an automate fill up function that is built in Excel, right? So I'll drag this to the 13 row. So I'll get the automatic fill up, like this is called also called auto fill option, right? So here, if we expand this option, there are other features like so we write this formula manually, but these are automatically treated by Excel. So Excel is enough smart to understand like the next cell. So it when we move to this cell, so Excel automatically changes its primary value like B2, C2, and then when we like determine the total income for D3, then it also move the its primary value, like this uh this independent value variable, like to b3 to c3, right? Okay, now we'll determine the taxes to be paid. So here we need to like multiply this total income into this tax rate, right? So here I will first use equal sign, and then I use this d2, right, to calculate the taxes to be paid for this employee or son. And then I will use this value. Sorry, I need to multiply this. Just multiply, use a multiplication sign, and then I use this. Okay, so this is the amount that need to be paid for this employee. Okay, now if we do the similar thing as before, of we'll here we'll simply get a wrong like value, or this will not work right this time, because uh, here we know that when we move down to the next cell, next row, the our in this our independent variable in this our formula will also move to the next cell, right? So here the other cells, okay, like h2 h3, so these are empty, all these will treat as zero, since there are nothing. So for this fourth row, the total taxes to be paid will be zero, because d4 got the value but h4 is zero, right? Or h3 is zero. So here we talked about like the reference type, right? The dollar sign previously. So now we'll use this or implement this in this section. We'll in this formula tab, we'll like fixed these uh, h1, like h is column and the one is the first row, right? So here we'll fix both of these. Uh, to fix this value, we'll use a dollar sign. So we can simply do it by using a shortcut key. It's called F4. So if we press F4, this will be automatically like fixed, right? So now let's and press enter, and then now if we drag this to 13th row, now we'll get our correct value, because here we actually by entering dollar sign we fixed this value, right? So we will move down this to like to determine the next employee taxes. Okay, this d3 this column or this address will be like changes will be changing, but this tax rate will be fixed since we used our dollar sign there. Okay, so this is where we use dollar sign. This is very important. Now we'll determine the total hours of work and total hourly wages. So to determine total hours of work, we will use a sum function here. Okay, so let's go into this formula tab. I'll use this sum function. So I'll type sum. Okay, and but Excel is automatically like suggesting us this formula here. Okay, so if we write sum, so it is showing us the description example as well as the like the uh, everything that we need to know about sum. So it shows up here. Um, so here we need to give a cell reference, or or range we want to sum up, right? So here I give like C2 to C13. Okay, so they all will be summed up. Then I will to get the total for this D column. I will use similarly the sum function D2 to D13 here. Okay, and then also the total taxes to be paid. Then in this uh, to get the average, we'll use like this average function. Excel is recommending us the formula. Okay. Okay. Also, I'll write here the average. So if we want to like automatically uh, get this recommended formula, we need to just press tab. So if I press tab, this will automatically fill up the requirement and shows up the value, right? Okay. And here to get the average taxes to be paid, we'll again average this one all the values. Okay. And to get the highest value, we'll use the next function. So it will give us the maximum value from this range, like to from C2 to C13. And uh, we want to get the max for total income. We use the similar approach. So for this one, so everything is Excel is like suggesting me. Well, to get the lowest value, I'll use the minimum function. Uh, okay, I put the range, right? Okay, so to count the employee, I'll use the count function. How many like uh, employees company have. So here I will give a range like A2 to A13. So it will give me the outcome. Okay, so actually this is not giving us the correct output, right? Because this should not be 0. So what are the difficulties here? Actually, okay, so very important thing to notice here. We cannot use like the other than numerical integer or whole number value other than this data type like string or text or other date time format data type inside this boundary count formula boundary, right? So this will not be counted and give us and will give us 0. So that's why we are getting 0 here. Like if we change the range like uh, by not selecting these uh, because this a column got the data type like string or text, right? Because these are text. So if I like change the range from a2 to a13 to b2 to b13, like let's select this range. Now we'll get our like desired value, desired output, which is 12. So there are 12 employees in this company. And also there also okay, so if we like want to determine statistical value using automatically like drag drop uh, dragging, right? Like previously we drag total income, so it automatically get the all values. So we can also do the this like process or do this automatically fill up process by in this horizontal way. Okay, so it also give us the same result. So okay, in this part we completed like basic statistical functions, how to implement them and where to implement them, right? Okay, so in the next part we'll talk about the logical operators like the if statement or then statement, right? So all logical operators in Excel are based on simple if or then statements. So for example, if it is raining, then bring an umbrella. If it is sunny, then bring sunglasses. Okay, so basically this like if logical operator basically it just says, hey Excel, if this statement is true, return this value, otherwise return something else. Okay, so let's see the syntax for this if statement. So if statement actually test that a logic first implement a logical test here. It test like if the result in either true or false, and then if the we like enter the value when like if the logical test is true, then we'll get this value, the second parameter like right? And then if the value is false, then we'll get the third parameter. Like here is an example. Okay, so let's implement this into our like this live Excel sheet. So here we got this data, this location, okay, like Bihar, Assam, and this location, and we got the temperature of those locations in Fahrenheit scale, and the precipitation in millimeter unit, right? So here, according to this, uh, we'll like determine the uh, uh, we'll create new columns, and we'll determine new like outcome, like we'll here add new features by using this logical operator. By like we'll see if the like if this location is freeze or not, and then I will know about the climate, okay, and then we'll also know about the precipitation type and the conditions, like if the location is dry or the wet, okay. So we'll determine all of them using only this logical operator. So let's see how to like do this, okay. So here first in first we'll like create a new column which is called freeze. So we'll get the like data or value if the specific location, this Bihar, this location is freezed or not. Like by we actually derive our outcome or the actually final value, like it is freezed or not, um, like by analyzing or by taking into consideration this temperature and precipitation, right? So we'll use logical operator if uh, to determine this. So here I'll write a formula. So I give equal sign, and then here I'll write if here check if a state or location is freeze or not. I will put a for condition here, which will be like if the temperature of the B column value, like let's say B2 is less than like 32, since we know that 0 degree Celsius is equal to 32 degree Fahrenheit, right? So if the temperature is less than 0 degree Celsius, then that means this is freezed. Okay. Okay. So if the B2 value is less than 32, okay, then I will use a comma here. Actually, Excel is very smart because it's showing us the syntax and description and the example as well. Uh, when we like write the if formula, right? Okay, so we'll now give our the first value. When if it is true, then the value will be yes. So now I'm going to write text, so I will use double quotation here, string, yes, and then if false, if it generate false, then I will like write no. Okay, I'll say no. Okay, so I'll now press enter. So it's no because it's not below 32. Then I'll double click. Sorry. Okay. So here, again, let's write if uh, the V2 is less than 32. The condition will be if the V2 is less than 32, then it is no. That is yes, because it will be freezed then, and otherwise it will be no, right? Okay, so it is not freezed. Okay, now I will like use the automatic feature or automation field. Okay, and then I will create a new feature which is called climate. So here I'm going to simply check if like if the uh, temperature. Okay, so let's move this slide. So to get the climate here, we'll check if the like temperature is less than 40, then it is cold, and if it is between 40 to 80, then it is mild, and then otherwise if it is greater than 80, then it is hot, right? So there will be three type, like cold, mild, or hot in this climate. So we'll use here the if formula, and uh, we'll check if this p2, this value is less than 40. If it is less than 40, okay, then I say it is cold because the temperature is very low there. Then if that doesn't happen, okay, if the temperature is greater than 40, then I will apply another uh, condition, and I'll apply another if statement. So this is called nested if. Okay, if within if, so here I'll use another if statement inside this main statement, which is like if I'll check if this value got the value is greater than 80. So if the value or the temperature is more than 80 Fahrenheit, 80 degree Fahrenheit, then I'll say the climate is hot. Okay, or else I'll say the climate is mild. Okay, so here I simply used a nested if statement and implement this, right? I'll press enter. Okay, so it's not showing us the value. Actually, I missed a first parenthesis here. Okay, now showing us the correct output. So it is mild because its temperature is not greater than 80. It's between 40 to 80. Now I'll autocomplete other rows. Okay, so this I'll successfully create these two features, right? Freeze and climate. Now let's see uh, what we got next. Next, we are going to create two new features, like uh, if the precipitation type, if it's like the weather, by predicting the temperature, we are gonna say like if it is raining or snowing. Okay, and by condition we are going to predict like the weather if it is dry or wet. So to get this precipitation type value, this to create this error, we're going to take this column like freeze column and this precipitation column into consideration. So we'll check like if this D2 column or the freeze, if it is freeze or not, and then we are checking the precipitation if it is got the value is greater than 0 or not. So if it is freezed, okay, and is greater than the precipitation value is greater than 0, then it is that means the precipitation type is snow. And if it doesn't happen or else, uh, we'll say that let's check if the like freeze value or it is freezed or not. If it is freezed, not freezed, and the precipitation is greater than 0, then we are saying that uh, yeah, it is raining or it will be rain in like future. Else it will be none. Okay, so now we're gonna implement this feature which is called precip type. Okay, so now uh, here we'll write formula if. Okay, and we are going to use we are going to check here, apply double condition here. So we'll use and, because we are going to see if d like this column is freezed or not, like this value is freezed or not, or this specific location is freezed or not, and the value of precipitation is greater than 0 or not. So we use and here. And so if d2, this value here for here this value is equal yes or no. So and we'll use comma and the C2 is greater than 0 or not. If it is yes and 0, is if it is satisfy all these two condition, then we can say this is no. The precipitation type is no. Okay. else, and when the condition is false, so we'll generate a new condition, or we'll apply a new if statement. So here if, and again we'll check a new formula, like we'll check a new like condition here, like if the d2 value is no, but no, but the c2, like this precipitation is greater than 0. So if it is not freezed but the precipitation is greater than 0, that means it is raining, right? So, but or it will be rain. So the truth value will be rain, okay, and the false value will be none. So none of the above. Okay, so I close parenthesis, use this first, and I'll enter, press enter, and then auto complete the others rows. Okay, so from there we only get this location Goa and Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka. These only like will be rain or snow, and other will be none. Okay, so now like we'll create another uh, column or feature will be conditions. So the conditions, to determine condition, will take into consideration these like precipitation type column. If the precipitation is rain and snow, then it will be dry, and then if not, then it will be like wet. Actually, if the precipitation type is rain or snow, then it will be wet, otherwise it will be dry, right? So let's apply this, and we'll use condition column, condition. Okay, so here one thing, so we see that this column name is like missing, like the ending part is missing, right? Or it go enter into the actually next cell. So to see the whole column name, we can simply fix it by double click this position. We need to move our mouse pointer to this position, like between the F and G column, and then double click here. So we'll get our uh, we get the full value to see. Okay, now we'll apply if formula here. If the this precipitation type of for this Bihar location is okay, so here we are going to use or, because where we'll check if it is raining or snow. If any of them like happen, any of them generate any true value, then the final output will be true. So or uh, b2 or f2 equal rain, or f2 equal like snow, then our uh, then the truth value will be dry, wet, else it will be dry. Okay, just press enter, and so we'll get our like desired outcome. Here is showing that Bihar, Assam, and Telangana, these are dry. The weather condition is dry, and Goa, Uttar Pradesh, and Karnataka, these are wet, right? According to their precipitation type. So, since their precipitation type is none, it is not raining, neither raining nor snowing, so it's dry. That means, and those are wet. Okay, so we here in this part we implemented like the if logical operator or if statement, and we like applied this formula into a real life problem or real life data set. Now let's move into our next slide here. Uh, okay, so here we can simply use like a more shorter formula, like to get the condition value, like not if. Here we used actually double condition, like or if it is raining or not snowing, but we can simply shorter these like uh, formula by using not formula. Here if, okay, if not c2 or f2 equal none, so we're going to check if it is not none, okay, then it will be like dry, okay, and if it is not none, then it will be wet, right? So okay, so here we, okay, so I will like um, change the value here to wet and here to dry, so we'll get the similar output here. Okay, so you can use this also instead of this. Okay, so next move to our next slide. Okay, so in this slide we'll like talk about VLOOKUP. We'll learn uh, about the Excel most common reference function, which is VLOOKUP, to find a value by its reference or by its like index. Okay, so here actually this is the VLOOKUP syntax, and this actually takes four parameter like lookup value, the table array, and column index number, and then range lookup. So the first uh, parameter, which is lookup value, this is the value that you are trying to match in the table array. Okay, so and the table array, this is the range, this is where you are looking for the lookup value. Okay, and then the column index number, actually this is that means which column contains the data you are looking for. Okay, so we'll implement this formula to our Excel sheet, and this is the formula syntax for HLOOKUP. So the difference between VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP is we look up value from like the uh, vertically aligned uh, data set, right? Or when the rows are in vertical position, and or we'll look up value from vertical data, or and in HLOOKUP we actually look up value, we find values from the uh, data that are aligned in horizontal line. Okay, so let's implement this. So we'll use this sheet to uh, apply like VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So this is our primary data set, which is product quantity and product ID. Okay, so there are product like t-shirt, sweater, shorts, socks, and shoes. So now in another place we got this uh, two column data set, right, which is product and price. So these two are same, like this from this range, okay, and this range are same, but I just write them into different places for the purpose of VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP. So this will in this dataset will apply VLOOKUP. That's why we like kept in vertical line or vertically, but this is we like kept in horizontal, right? So here we got all the like data we need for this product except the price. So we need to extract price from another place or another table in this table. So we can do this by this data validation, sorry, this VLOOKUP formula. So okay, this VLOOKUP will uh, simply search for this product, and it will search product in this table, and it will get extract the price for this product, and it will simply paste it, or it will copy this price here and it will paste it here, right? So we can find our specific desired product information that is missing, uh, or that is present in another table using this VLOOKUP. So let's implement this using first this implement VLOOKUP function. We'll use VLOOKUP here, and then we got the syntax that is provided by the Excel built in. Here this VLOOKUP formula actually we need to, the first parameter is lookup value, so which value or what value we are looking for. Okay, so here I will like select this product like t-shirt. We are looking for the price of t-shirt, so here we need to define the table arrays like the array we are where we are going to find it. Okay, so we are going to check this product in this range like G 2 to H6. Okay, and then which column like we are going to extract. So we are going to extract this second column, right? Product is the first column and price is the second column, and then we need to give another parameter like we want exact match or we want approximation match. Okay, so right now we are going we need exact match, so we'll enter here the false. Okay, so here we get the price right, so this column will be a price uh, that we extract by VLOOKUP formula. Okay, so this is the price for t-shirt, right? So we can do this same, or we can use this apply this same formula for other product to get their value or price, but we for now we'll simply like auto use this autofill feature. So here like we only get the values, right? Not the format. Like here they are, this is like it's called currency format. The value is in currency format, but in this table the value is in general format. But it's simple, we can like change it to currency format. Okay, and now let's see how to extract the same value using HLOOKUP function. For this we'll use like HLOOKUP, and here the syntax is similar, like we want to check this product. Okay, find this product in from this actually range. Now the range the table is in vertical position, sorry, the range table is in horizontal position. Okay, or we actually need the row index. So here we want the second row, the price in the second row, right? And then we want the false exact match, so we give the false here. Okay, so now press enter and we'll get the same value here. So copy the thing and have paste it here, value only. uh, okay, now I'll apply autofill. Okay, okay, so we are getting this error type. Okay, not available error, so that means we talked about this error, right? So this actually error means like uh, reference error. Actually this is reference error, so reference error also represented by this way, not available error. So this occurs when the formula refers to cell that is invalid, that means the cell is not valid here. Okay, so let's solve this problem. uh, Here actually it's taking a cell like J3, this is J3, uh, J3 to O4. J3 to O4. Okay. uh, but the previous formula is taking value from J2 to O3. Okay, so now here, like, uh, it's actually taking the range from this line, like it starts from J3 and ends in O4, but here we see that the product, this row is missing, so it is not getting the value, what value it is, what is, like, it is not getting the value which is to find, like, the t-shirt, right? So it's missing, like it is not finding the t-shirt value, so it's showing us not available error, right? So to fix this range, we need to simply add here a dollar sign, so we can use it manually, but I'll type F4 or press F4, but to do it, like, is a shortcut, right? Okay, so now it's fixed. Okay, I messed up. Okay, now press enter. Now let's again use this autofill function or autofill features. uh, I think this time we should get the right output. Okay, so we need to fix also this J2. Let's F4, apply F4 and then enter. Right, now we'll get our desired output here, right? Okay, so actually HLOOKUP, VLOOKUP, these, the functionality of these two are same, are similar, right? uh, just when we got row, the header or the, like, um, uh, column name, right, in is, like, in column order or in column, like product is a column, price is a column, then we'll use VLOOKUP. And when the header name is in the row, like product is in a row and price is in another row, then we'll use HLOOKUP. So this is the, like, mm, main difference. Okay, so now we, like, see how to use these VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP and implement them in a real world case scenario, right? So okay, now we'll see the function Excel match function. Okay, so let's talk about this function Excel match function. So actually when we need to find actually value, right, we need to find a value using the exact name of this value or the using wildcard, right? We can find the value, like Excel match, using this Excel match function. So Excel match function find the value actually by returning the index number of this value, like here, if in this name, right, if we let's say we want to find this name Joe, okay, and then so if we use match function here, this match formula, like, then we get the position of this name, right? So actually it gives us the index number. Match function find a value and gives in return the its index number, right? And here this is the syntax of match function, like it first takes lookup value as a parameter, and then it takes lookup array, and it's we need to add, like, specify the match type. So there are the three match type, like by default it is 0, which is the exact match only, like as like similar to VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, and then one is for exact match or next smallest value. So these are like rare cases. With general, the most used match type is 0. So let's see in this live example. So here we got some name, and here we are going to find the this name, which is exactly uh, name like that is present in this like database or dataset, right? And then we are going to use a wildcard, right? We are like we only know the first name, right? M. We don't know other what is like actually the real name or the actual name. So in these two cases we'll use match function to find the value by um, their index number. Okay, so here let's use equal and match. Here we'll first need to give lookup value, which is this d4 million, and then I'm going to give this uh, range. So this name should be in this range, right? And then I will use 0 for exact match. And let's see. So it is showing that this name is in the second position. So here index actually counted like this first name count like the index 1, and then second one is 2, right? So it starts from 1, and since this name is in this second index, so it's returning us 2. And now let's say I don't know the whole name, or I only know the like a specific part, which is let's say the first person, which is M. Now similarly we'll I'll use this match function here, and I'll use the similar thing. I want to check this value, which I don't know exactly, which is d5, and then the range is this one. Okay, and then I want the exact match. So it also give me the same result, right? Which is it the this name should be or might be in second position. So thus this match function, we can use this in two cases, two different cases, right? Okay, so here we can also it's showing like we can use match function to match the wildcard, right? Like the will give us few portion and we'll get the exact match like uh, here showing in this example. And then we can use match function also for exact match as well as wildcard match. Okay, and then we can use also this match function to get the approximate match. We need to change one thing here. We need to give 1 instead of 0, because 0 give us the exact match. Okay, so in this part we'll talk about pivot table in Excel. So pivot table sometimes is also called as power pivot, that we can get the access of pivot table from the insert tab, right, in this tables group. So here pivot table is similar to group by function that we used in SQL, because it actually use some the like unique values, and also it aggregate use aggregate function. Okay, so in pivot table aggregate function is must, because we actually apply statistical analysis here. Okay, so in data analysis field, pivot table is the tool that will be like in need for the maximum time, because maximum of the time we need to do some statistical analysis. So for this pivot table is best. So here we have modified like small changes here in this like data set. Like we add two new row, like which is a duplicate row. Like we already got this employee name. Now we'll use this pivot table. So here this create pivot table is popped up. Okay, so now it's saying us to give a select range. So I'm going to select this range like from A1 to this E15. Okay, and then I'm going to create a new worksheet for this create this pivot table. Now so here these are our pivot table, and we got these entries or entities like employee name, hourly wage. Okay, so I'm going to use this employee name in these rows. So here thing that I am trying to like tell you that this pivot table actually don't take in duplicate values. It's this, if we look at this actual data set here, these two employee name are duplicate, right? This occurs two times, this data set, but in this pivot table we see that it's only taking like one. Like if we want to count the frequency, we can simply use this employee name in this value. So it as we said that pivot table is all about like using aggregating function, or like for statistical analysis. Like here we can like here we see that this employee name Hassan, it is like it comes two times in this data set. So that means there are two employees that name Hassan, right? The similar name. And then same for this Milan. There are two employees that starts name like Milan, right? So if we want to like take the total income and we want to see the income of each employee, and we can take this or track this total income in this value field. And then if we want to see the taxes, we can drag this in taxes to be paid in this value field, right? So each of this field become aggregated, because we see that this is like count sum, and this aggregate function is like it is named like counts of employee name sum of total income. That means all the values, all the entities in this values field is already aggregated, right? So okay, so this thing you can relate if you know about the group by function of SQL, because this does the similar thing. Okay, so now if we want to see the like total hours of work for of each employee, we can do the same thing right here. So and below here we see the grand total, like the total number of employee is now 14 because two new employee added, right? And then total income, and then total sum of taxes to be paid. The same output or same result, right, we get here by using this like average function, sum function, and others. Okay, so pivot table is we can like define pivot table like all is one. So we can get all or every access of statistical analysis thing in this pivot table. Okay, so in this part we like learned how to use pivot table, how to create a pivot table, and the inside thing. Okay, so that's all guys, that's all for now. So hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for watching till now. I will see in my next videos. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy. Assalamu alaikum.